So in yesterday's video, I was talking about how the 5 groups you want to go after and the order in which you want to go after them if you need to raise more money in your business, assuming, of course, you're bivocational, maybe you're a missionary, something like that, and you got your own business. The first, of course, is you go after your current clients because you can always sell more to your current clients. They're already in rapport with you. There's usually something else you can offer them that's going to help them with whatever it is that you do. I gave the example of in my own house, we had a patio cover installed, and all they had to do was ask, hey, are there any other projects around your house that we should give you a quote on, so that way you know how much it would cost. That would have given them more business if they had done it. It would have helped me out tremendously because then I wouldn't have had to shop around to finally come up with the other 2 or 3 guys that I eventually used total to get all of our jobs done. The second group you want to go after you talk to your current clients would be your past clients. So these are people who've already done business with you. And you'll have to excuse me, guys. I'm actually on the road right now, about ready to go to the gym. I'm in Tempe? Tempe, yeah, that's where I'm at. And so no, this is not my digs. Current clients, past clients, prospects. These are people who know you, but they haven't done business with you in the past. Then we want to go to joint venture partners. Then we want to go to the cold market. And the cold market is usually where everyone wants to start. They usually want to go run Facebook ads, Google ads, things like that. And I do a lot of that stuff. Obviously, you might even be watching this video because of the Facebook ads and stuff that I'm doing. But the question came up, okay, so I get the order. Like if I needed to make quick cash, like you're one bivocational pastor, we need to make an extra 25 grand really quick. I get the order. Go after current clients, past clients, prospects, joint venture partners, and the cold market. But are there other pros and cons to, using different markets, going after the cold market, Facebook marketing, stuff like that? And the answer is absolutely. So giving you the idea of the 5 groups and the order in which you want to go, it's a principle that you want to use in your business. If you want to get business quicker, better business, easier time, you always want to do it in that order. However, there is a drawback, the ability to scale. So depending on what your business is, scale may not be that important. Like as a business growth consultant myself, I can usually only handle about 5 to 7 clients at a time. So I don't really worry about scale, right? I don't want 50 clients. I don't want 100. I don't want 1,000. But let's say you are in the training industry and you sell training. You're a personal trainer, as an example, and you sell it online. Well, then you might want 100 clients. You might want 200 clients. Let's say you sell something where you need 1,000 clients or 2,000 clients or something like that. So you can't scale as well with a current client list. Usually because your current client list is not that big. Now, maybe your industry, something like that, you've got, 50,000, 80,000 people, whatever it might be on your current client list. That's great. Maybe you can scale. Past clients, you usually get a little bit more scale in there. Prospects, we usually get a lot more scale, right? There's a lot more people who know us, who know about us, who we've never done business with. Then we go to joint venture partners, and then we go to the cold market. And the cold market has the ability to scale better than anything else. So like what I do with my clients is once I get their ads perfected, where we've got the flow going, then it's just a matter of cranking up the money because we know the numbers. We know, okay, if we run $1,000 a day, we're going to get the same results times 10 that we were getting when we were running $100 a day. That kind of a thing. So we can scale better. So it's kind of like this, right? So if we're going after current clients, and then it goes up a little bit for past clients, and up a little bit more for prospects, and up a little bit more for joint venture partners, then up a little bit more, or actually a lot more for the cold market. The quickness of the sale, though, goes down because we don't have the relationship. So it's like this inverse relationship. The ability to scale goes up, but the quickness of the sale, things like that, tends to go down as you go down through those different groups. So it's not that one is better than the other. You have to know your business. And what I would always advise someone is you want to have multiple ways to get your business, multiple streams of leads, if you will. Always be going after current clients, always be going after past clients, always be trying to revive the prospect market. Always be creating joint venture partners. Now, interesting thing about joint venture partners. Joint venture partners, what's really kind of cool about that is the only thing that really hinders that from growing and being huge in your business, probably the biggest group that you can go after, is your personal ability to go create joint venture relationships. So a joint venture partner, remember, that's someone who has your ideal client already. Maybe it's in their business, or they have a list broker, not a list broker like where you'd buy a list, but they have access to your ideal market. It could be their old prospect lists. It could be their current client list. It could be, a whole lot of different things. It's really your ability to touch base and create these joint venture relationships. That's what determines more than anything else if that is going to work for you, like the ability to scale the joint venture side of things. So anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this up is, again, if you're a bivocational pastor, if you're in ministry, and you're like, hey, I need to find something new to do because the church isn't able to pay me my bills. I totally get it, man. I'm a pastor's kid. My dad always struggled with that. In fact, he ended up becoming a school teacher. That was his bivocational job. I believe that being bivocational is probably one of the best ways to reach people for Christ, because you are actually doing life with people. Like, you're spending 40 hours a week with them when you're in business with them. Maybe you've got a job. Like, we've got this one church planner pastor in Stanton, and he works at the local Smart and Final. And he has a bigger impact in his community because he's actually touching, if you will, working with the community on a daily basis, the other people who work there. In fact, I remember him telling the story that one of the managers came up to him and said, hey, can you pray for me? And he was able to do that. I believe that being bivocational is probably the best way to reach the lost. Instead of just reaching them 1 to 2 hours a week, you can reach them 40 hours a week. So anyway, what I train on is how to be what I am, which is a business growth consultant. That's the market that I know. I know how to do that. There's lots of other programs out there, and I highly encourage you, if you're thinking, hey, I need to do something like this, you can also reach out to me and I can point you in the right direction. Ed Choi's got a great program for wedding pastors. Some great stuff out there. I've got a Facebook ad consulting program. But bottom line is this. If you'd like to find out more about the program that I've got, you can go to BIVOwebinar.com. Just go ahead and type it into the browser. It'll be on the post here or something like that. Type in BIVOwebinar.com and check it out and see if that might be your right program for you. Now, I'm going to let you know right now, you can't buy it on the webinar or anything like that. The webinar is just kind of to show you the program, give you some ideas about it, and then invite you to have a call with me. And then you and I are going to talk on the phone, and I'll be able to answer your questions. I usually encourage you to have your spouse on the phone as well, because it's a big decision. And I want to make sure that people who go through that program, it's the right decision for them. So go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and go on over to BIVOwebinar.com, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.